Hello Scorpio and welcome to 2019. Wow, Scorpio, it's going to be, unsurprisingly for you, an intense year of choice. Choice is really the theme word for you here as we look at astrology and the tarot cards. I did have a little bit of a look at the astrology or astrological charts for you, for your sun sign. And to be honest, this is going to be a massive year for everyone. 2019, we see 5 eclipses, starting off with Capricorn, followed by the final eclipse in Leo. Then there's another eclipse in Cancer and another 2 in Capricorn. So it's going to be an intense year for everyone. But I'll kind of talk about how that relates to your sign. So starting off on the 5th of January, we have a new moon partial solar eclipse in the sign of Capricorn. So Saturn in Capricorn at the moment is focused all on your house of communication, so short distance travel, your siblings, your neighbors, kind of anyone in your community that you communicate with, okay? And this new moon is all about having a fresh start. So you could be taking a short trip somewhere at this eclipse. It could be about repairing some friendships that maybe have gone a little bit haywire. It's a big focus on relationships, particularly because Uranus is kind of highlighting that area of your chart as well. Saturn in Capricorn could give you a false sense of security though, false sense of emotional security. So in one way you could feel like you really understand where you are in terms of these relationships with friends, sibling, neighbors, that kind of thing. And then on the other hand, it could be like you have a total backflip in one part of the year where you're like, what? Where did that come from? How did that happen? So just be aware of that energy, because eclipses kind of bring up things and they can have a very heavy energy about them, a very final or finality kind of energy that comes with them, okay? Following this in January, we have the last of the Leo eclipses, and that's on the 21st of January. It's a full moon total lunar eclipse, and it's in the area of your chart that's focusing on your destiny in the world and your karmic debt. So for some of you, it could have been an intense 2018. You could have ended relationships, and I think I did see for a couple of you in the monthly readings where I saw the breakup and cycles are ending for you, and that's so that you can have a rebirth, which I'm seeing come up here in your reading as well. This final eclipse in the sign of Leo on the 21st of January is your last chance to kind of learn that lesson or close something out. So if you haven't learnt that, if you haven't progressed, if you haven't done the work, then this is the time for you to do so, okay? Because it's going to be happening whether you're ready or not. What's interesting though is when we get to July is a really big month, and not surprisingly you have the card of destiny highlighting July for you. July, we have not only a eclipse in the sign of Cancer, and that's a new moon total solar eclipse, so it's completely blacked out. It'd be pretty cool. I think there's some vantage points where you can see it around the world. I'm not sure exactly which ones. And then on the 16th of July, mid-month, you have a full moon partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Capricorn. So for those that don't know, from an astrology point of view, the North Node at the moment is in the sign of Cancer, which is all about how we nurture our relationships. It's like the mother of the zodiac. And the South Node is in the sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn's typically known as the patriarch or the father of the zodiac, speaks about status, wealth, materialistic possessions. So you're kind of going away from that and more into this nurturing kind of energy of Cancer, being, you know, in your area of high consciousness, spirituality and philosophy. So July 16th is really asking you, it's presenting you with choice. You might have ended some things in 2018 to prepare yourself for 2019 so you can actually fulfill your destiny. That could be fated relationships, that could be jobs, that could be friendship circles, as I said. It was a massive year for you in preparation for this year. And for some of you, you may not have had that massive year. That may be this year that's coming for you, that full change. Some of you last year could have become parents for the first time. Congratulations if you did. And you're kind of starting that new life circle. cycle. For some of you, that's this year. I can see that in the cards. Ultimately, what you need to remember is this: it's a year of choice for you, okay? A choice that's focused predominantly on your house of other people and how you interact with other people, and also your destiny in the world. And really, this is going to be a year that asks you to question what is possible. It asks you to have vision about what you can actually achieve when it comes to who you want to be and what you want to create for your legacy. And lastly, I just want to point out that in January, there is one more eclipse in Capricorn. It's a full moon, partial lunar eclipse. Again, back in that area of your sign that focuses on communication, short distance travel, siblings and neighbors. So it's about having conversations, really finding out who's in your tribe and who's not. And believe me, by the time you get to the end of the year, I feel like you could have a completely new cycle when it comes to friends, families, foes. Okay, so let's get into tarot. Now I've laid out the cards. I've done 6 cards, one for each month, January through to June and July through to December. And I've picked a trump card for each 6-month period to kind of give me an idea of where the energies are. Now the cards I am using is a deck called the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. It's not a traditional tarot deck. It's quite a spiritual tarot deck. It's one deck that I traditionally only use for twin flame readings or yearly forecasts such as this, and I felt compelled to kind of use it on the channel, so I hope you enjoy it. It is a little bit more in depth, so that's why I have the traditional Rider-Waite tarot that you would have seen on most channels that I am going to use to kind of give us a little bit more grounding when I go through the readings and qualify each month. So let's get started with the first 6 months and see what additional messages we have coming through for you here, Scorpio. And we'll start with January. So January, you have the very best card you can possibly get in this entire deck, and ironically that card is called Choice. I did say that was going to be your theme for this year, didn't I? One card please, Spirit, for each month starting with January. Thank you. Yeah, 6 of Cups. Nostalgia. Do you go back to your past? Do you move towards your future? King of Air, the Devil. Addictions, bondage, restraint, feeling a little bit trapped, but getting clarity. I think you're moving away from that kind of energy. The Lovers. Yeah. This could be someone from your past, like a past lover that you've left, that's coming back up for you to close out that cycle. Like I told you, that Leo 21st eclipse is asking you to let go. You've got the Lovers on the 4 of Cups, so looking for a divine union that's going to bring you happiness, not boredom. One card please for April. Thank you, Spirit. Just one card. One card for Ace of Pentacles. And then 6 of Cups. There it is. Wow. Ooh, I did say it was going to be a year of choice. So I just want to point out too that from January 6th, this eclipse that we're having, literally as I'm doing this reading for you, which is I'm filming on the 5th of January, from now until March, you're going to have, I think it's March 5th or 6th, all planets direct. So it's the very best time to launch something new, whether that be a new business, whether that be a creative endeavor, a health plan, an exercise regime, or maybe a new love. So you start off this month, the beginning of 2019, literally, as I said to you, with the very best card you could get in the entire deck, and that's the card of Choice, coupled with the 6 of Cups. Now, Choice represents us being able to be in control of our future, okay? It's kind of a little bit different from Destiny. It's that card that speaks about having control over your path, right? It's that free will kind of thing, which essentially you always end up where you're meant to be going, but it's just that you have the choice in which path you take. And this card couldn't be any more symbolic than that. It kind of shows all pathways leading to the same kind of area. But what I love about this card, if you can see clearly, is that there's 3 faces. Okay, so you literally have light and shadow. And then there's kind of one more face that's to the side that's, I feel like, where you're going. Past, present, future, Holy Trinity. There's so much you can read into these cards, as I've said to you before. But this is really about you figuring out, like I said, what exactly is possible, what's in your realm, what do you want to achieve. It's really a year of vision, a year of choice. And it's coupled with the Six of Cups. So that speaks to me about nostalgia, maybe a soulmate kind of energy. Like I said, some of you disconnected from a relationship last year that wasn't serving you, that had run its course, and it's time to begin something new. In the month of February, however, you could be tempted to kind of go back to that. It could be an air sign for some of you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. For others of you, it could be a Capricorn, or it could be another earth sign. But I really feel like you'll make the decision to kind of cut ties and let go. Remember, I said that the Leo eclipse is on the 21st of January. Now, full moons and new moons have their strength and their power for 2 weeks from the actual event. So it doesn't mean that it needs to happen on the 21st, but 2 weeks from that, which would fade into February, is when this opportunity could present itself. Now, if it's not someone coming back, this could be an authority figure that's helping you move forward. So this could be a lawyer or someone from a legal sense that's helping you kind of cut ties from a financial point of view. Maybe you need to look at your assets. It could also be that for some of you that have started new families, it's all about life insurance, insurance policies, kind of looking at that aspect, like, you know, what you hope to leave in the world. Remember, I told you there's a lot of this about legacy that's coming up for you. And also it could be about really trying to let go of your inner demons as you focus on your relationships with others. So how you communicate with others, because that's going to be a big theme for you in this year. As you come into March, you have a really interesting combination, almost polar opposites, some would say. So you have the Four of Cups coupled with the card of Lovers. So this is the major arcana, the trump card when it comes to divine union, right? This is stuff that's like divinely guided kind of relationships, the stuff we refer to as twin flame soulmates, that kind of hoo-ha. The Four of Cups speaks about being emotionally unsatisfied. It's like an offer that you reject. Someone makes an offer and you're just not interested. This could either be you or making the offer or you receiving the offer. The energies go both ways. But I think it's really interesting because it speaks about needing to find your inner truth about, again, what it is that you want when it comes to love, okay? This could be very much representing what you've kind of left, like a real boredom or lackluster relationship, and what you're hoping to bring in, something that's more passionate, something that feels more spiritually aligned. And in order to do that, the only way we can do that is by going within and doing the deep work, and by actually figuring out exactly what it is that we want. Now, I want to point something out to you that a lot of tarot readers miss, I find anyway. But these two cards are the light and the shadow versions of each other, okay? So we have the shadow of the Lovers, and then we have the light. Can you have a look at the illustrations? So one, you've got the devil, and the other, you've got an angel coming through. So it's really interesting to see that these are side by side in your readings. It's almost like you're leaving one state of being when it comes to intimate relationships and walking towards another. Okay, Scorpio? So this could actually be very symbolic of where you're at in terms of intimate relationships and your relationships with others. Regardless, it's a beautiful transition for you as you come into the month of March for the first quarter. Now, April looks really interesting because you have the Seven of Earth upside down coupled with the Knight of Swords. This is like impatience. It's like, I am not waiting any longer for what I want. I'm just going out and I'm gonna get it. It's really, really quite fascinating because the Seven of Pentacles normally speaks about this card here, about being patient, waiting for your seeds to bloom, or this hoo-ha. And then this card is like, nah, I'm going for it. And in the reverse, this card's like, yep, I'm totally going for it. So the energy's like, choom, 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 Speedy Gonzalez. It's like, whatever it is that you want. And I feel like it could be something new to do with career or whatever it is that you create in the world, okay? You're going for it. All right, you're just absolutely going for it. So it's almost like as if the first half of the year you're doing this last little bit of inner work and letting go of having the choice to figure out exactly what it is. And then it's like you hit April and you just know, you're just like so focused and you're just going to go for it. Really, really quick energy. For some of you, perhaps it's because you finally get legal things sorted and that gives you the freedom to do what you need to do. And for others of you, it's just that you get that clarity. The clarity of what kind of relationship you don't want to be in versus the one that you do. And that could be business partnerships as well. It doesn't have to be romantic relationships. And it's particularly important to note that for your reading, Scorpio, because as I said, you've got a big focus in Capricorn because it's in the house of other people, of how you relate to other people, siblings, short distance travel, and so forth. Now, May looks really interesting because you have the High Priestess coupled with the Ace of Pentacles. This is really beautiful energy, right? Ace of Pentacles speaks about a new offer when it comes to your career, a job, something that's going to fulfill you on a deep level, because you've got it coupled with the card of intuition, of psychic ability, of deep knowing. You may not even realize how much this is going to bear fruit for you until you start. But I feel like it's going to be something that either is going to connect you with a potential soulmate, twin flame kind of love, you know, your divine destiny, or it's just going to be something that's going to fulfill you in a really deep level. You know, Scorpio, you are the sign of deep, deep waters, of that kind of mystery and mystique, and that's one of your beautiful traits, because often you don't let a lot of people into that level of your deep subconscious. And this could be you finally tapping into that, and in doing that you're able to draw into you everything that you hope and desire. And then straight away, right underneath the Lovers and the Four of Cups, you have the Six of Cups again, repeating message for you, because that was the Six of Cups that was on the card of choice. So it's bookending your first 6 months. Six of Cups speaks about soulmates, nostalgia, past life. And you have that coupled with the Ten of Cups. So this is emotional abundance, fulfillment, happiness. For some of you, it could very well be, as I said to you before, that you're finally meeting your perfect person. Six of Cups coupled with Ten of Cups. For some that have been single for some time, it's about finally shedding all that kind of inner deep wounded shit about the kind of person that you think you should be with, and actually just attracting the right person, because your overarching energy for this period, Scorpio, is the Two of Cups. Divine union, divinely destined unions. Look at that energy. It's absolutely amazing. So it's going to be interesting. I feel like, as I said to you, it's a really big focus on your relationships, on how you deal with other people. And that all starts from within, you know, that choice of who do I want to actually be. And until we figure out who we want to be and what kind of person we want to be and what kind of life we want to live, we're not going to be able to attract the right person for us, because we're always going to be living in this false sense of security or this false sense of self. You know, that false sense where you wear a mask and you feel like you really know who you are, and it's not until you break away from some unsavory relationships that you start to figure out, that's not what I really wanted all along. And for those that have done that in the last year or that are choosing to do that in this year, I commend you, because that's not an easy path to take. All right, so let's have a look at the second half of the year for you. We have Destiny, the card of the Mother or the Empress. Wisdom, the card of the Wheel of Fortune, amazing energy. Knowledge, the Three of Wands, and the card of Scorpio, Death or Rebirth, coming up trump in your sign. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get some qualifying cards on this. The second half of the year looks like it's going to be more fruitful for everyone, which is quite interesting. It's those two eclipses in July in Cancer and Capricorn that's going to be the turning point, right? Like literally for the next 25 years of what we're going to do and create. One card, please, in July for Scorpio. One card, please, Spirit. Eddie, one card in July. Thank you. One card on the Empress. Some of you could be mothers already. Or it could just be denoting your time of abundance or your relationship with your mother yourself. One card, please. Just one. Thank you, Eddie. There it is. Yeah. King of Pentacles on the Empress. Hierophant on the card of Wisdom. The Empress on the card of Knowledge. So that's the Empress coming up for you twice. Repeating message. Six of Swords coming up on the Three of Wands. Travel. Remember I said it was about short distance travel for you? Oh my goodness, so many messages want to come out. It's just like the energies, like they're trying to give me so many messages all at once. Just one card, please. That's ironic. The Death card was there and the Death and Rebirth. Let's see if it comes out again. No, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, cool. All right, so July, my apologies. The card of Destiny. This is really what you've been preparing for, okay, Scorpio? It's really been about needing to walk away from everything that's hurt you and that's wounded you so that you can walk towards your destiny. It's as clear as that. The eclipses in July and Mercury retrograde, it's going to be an intense month for everyone. I've been talking about it in every video. I'm personally escaping. I'm getting away from everyone, going off to some faraway island, disconnecting from the world. It's going to be manic energy, okay? But the reason why we watch tarot is to get the heads up so we can control things. And if you do the work before you get to this point, then it's going to be like a walk in the park for you, okay? The new moon in Cancer, and this time is on your higher consciousness, your spirituality, your philosophy. It's shining a light on this kind of stuff, right? Your destiny in the world, who you want to be, who you want to become, what is possible, that visionary kind of stuff that we've been talking about. And then the full moon in Capricorn is on communications, short distance travel, siblings, neighbors, this stuff. The stuff that's kind of hurt you, wounded you in the past. So someone could have betrayed you in the past year. It could have been friends, family, foe, people that were close to you. And the invitation here is really, it's time to kind of let that energy go, close the door. Just because people are our family doesn't mean we have to keep them in our lives, okay? It doesn't mean that we have to have relationships with them. Just because we choose people as friends doesn't mean they're going to be friends for life either. They serve their purpose, they teach us a lesson, then they move on. The invitation for you here is to let go of any of this emotional debris so that you can rise up again and be reborn and actually start following your destiny. It sounds deep. Remember I told you these cards are deep, so my translation is going to be deep, but that's what's coming up for you in the month of July, okay? That real deep philosophical looking at your psyche stuff, your spirituality. August is a little bit lighter, okay? You have the card of the Empress or the Mother in this deck coupled with the King of Pentacles. So this could be representing your partner, past or present. You could maybe be potentially, for some of you, talking about having a child. And I definitely see that potential coming in for you here. You could be finding out that you're pregnant this month. There's a couple of cards around it. You have the Empress twice and you do have an Ace coming up here. So that is a very strong possibility at the second half of the year that you could be finding out you're either a first-time mother or a mother again. Obviously, if you're retired and you're past that point in your life, or you're a male watching, then that message isn't for you. I think we're all old enough and adult enough to know that, but that is a very real possibility for some of you, okay? Remembering you do have this energy in the beginning half about meeting your future soulmate and connecting with them, your life partner. So it wouldn't surprise me very quickly you find out that you're with child. And if it's not about child, then it's back to what I was saying before about what is possible in terms of your vision. It's not a massive year of career for you, but it's a year about building your vision, your goals, your philosophy, and your beliefs so that you can actually work towards that legacy, that life purpose. September, you have the Hierophant and the card of wisdom. So this is the card of the Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. This is a card of committed relationships. It also speaks about large institutions, so government kind of institutions, bodies. It's funny, I'm trying to think, there was another sign that had that card there. It might have been Virgo, so maybe a Virgo is prevalent in your life, or it might have been Taurus, an earth sign. But this is about a windfall, about money coming in from a large institution. So you could be receiving a payout, a royalty check, an insurance check, some kind of thing like that. It's the universe turning the Wheel of Fortune in your favor. But it's all about wisdom too. Do you notice that it's a 10? It's completing another cycle, okay? And in completing another cycle, you have a 5 and a 10 here. So this is change, and this is completing a cycle. I really feel like by the time you get to the end of the year, if you haven't done it already, depending on which Scorpio you are, so whether you're a Deacon 1, Deacon 2, Deacon 3, that's astrology speak for depending on what degree you were born under when it comes to Scorpio. Then last year, a lot of you became parents for the first time. You changed your lifestyle. It was a new lifestyle change. For some of you, it's going to be this year for you. You might have ended a marriage and you're only walking into another one as we hit September. Very real possibility for some of you. I know you might go, oh, that's quick, but it's not going to feel quick. It's going to feel right. And then as we get into October, you have the card of knowledge coupled with the Empress. So there's that Empress again, that fertile, abundant energy, mother energy for some of you wanting to carry with child, for others of you wanting to grow your fortune and use your wisdom and knowledge to build a new base, and the universe is on your side, okay? As I've said to you all along, it's really about a year of choice for you, a year of vision. What is possible? What can you achieve? Ask and you shall receive, that kind of vibe. November shows an energy of getting exactly that, building what you want to come in. So this is mentally moving on from something. This could also be representing short distance travel for some of you, moving overseas, traveling overseas. And when I say overseas, I don't mean, you know, internationally, I mean over water. So it could be that you go interstate, is probably the right word. And it's coupled with the 3 of Wands. So you're doing a bit of travel in order to build this. This is a card of creativity, of wonderful things starting to build. It's the card just before the 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands speaks about foundation, marriage, that kind of thing. It's about you trying to find your stability again and rebuild quite clearly. And then, like, absolutely beautiful energy as you come into December. You have the card, your card of death and rebirth, coupled with the Ace of Pentacles. Now, it came out in the reverse, so I'm going to leave it like that. But to me, it doesn't matter regardless, because it's still really positive energy. It's a gift from the heavens. It's like not anything that you win, so it's not a windfall, but it's like the universe aligning to actually bring you abundance, okay? Some of you, this is pregnancy and birth. That's what I was saying before, literally. For some of you, you could be giving birth in December. For others of you, you could be conceiving then. And for others of you, it's like the birth of a new idea, a new business. That 3 of Wands there, starting something new. Maybe you do start a new business when it comes to December. Remember, I said that there is an eclipse on the 26th of December in the sign of Capricorn. So that could be speaking about the time that you actually align everything for yourself financially in order to start something new, something that you're passionate about. It could be when you finally figure out exactly what it is that you want to create in this world. And you have the card of the King of Wands, of fire and passion, driving that whole entire second half of the year. So that's absolutely incredible. It's almost like you start off with the card of union and love, and then you finish with divine passion. Like, how freaking amazing. It's a brilliant reading, Scorpio. I think you're going to have an incredible year, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds for you in the monthlies, because from where I'm sitting, it looks really good. All of the cards that are challenging are, you know, in the right position and allowing you to kind of move on. Now, I didn't ask, so I'm going to pop this card back, but in case it does come out, it was number 13. Can I have one card for Scorpio in relationships, please? That's too many. See what I mean by messages? There's so many wanting to come through. One card, please, for Scorpios in love, 2019. There it is. Okay, so you have the Ten of Stars, hoarding. And then one card for spirituality for Scorpios, please. I really love this deck. It's a Native American inspired deck, and I've been called to use it by one of my spirit guides at the moment. He's come forth and shown herself to me. You have 25, white buffalo. Okay. So, 10 of Stars for your overarching theme for love this year. I think Stars of Swords in this book. Let me just confirm that for you because I can't remember. Yeah. Oh no, they're wands. My apologies. 10 of Stars. So the meaning is hoarding, and it says, surrender all that you no longer need in order to become more. Helping benefits others more than you could ever know. This magnificent tree could not see its worth. A fear of not having or being enough caused it to stockpile creative ideas as stars beneath the earth. Over time, the tree began to feel weak. It took so much energy to collect and store the stars that its growth was stunted. This card shows the tree in a defining moment. It has chosen to let go of fear, allowing the stars to breathe and shine outward. The realization that creation is endless and can never run out has freed the tree to live in abundance. An idea that burns at your foundations can only shine when it is thrust out into the world. Wow, what was I saying about being a year of vision, of choice, of finding out what lights you up from within, about what is possible? Definitely a year for you, Scorpio. It goes on to say, the Ten of Stars bemoans the responsibilities of your life that are weighing you down. We have been taught that anything worthwhile is not easy, and then it is notable and noble to suffer. But as the burdens pile up, so does resentment, and if you continue this behavior, something will occur to bring you into balance. It is time to tackle the tough job of clearing out the clutter. What did I say? Find a way of being at peace with the stuff you really don't want to work through. When you come into balance with your dreams, the action needed to move forward becomes effortless. Don't forget to ask for help. No one said you have to do this on your own. Beautiful. And finally, you have the card of White Buffalo, 25. Gentle wisdom, peaceful resolution, and easy gain. It's like telling you that everything is going to come to you effortlessly when you just decide, right? The peaceful energy of the white buffalo stands with you. Buffalo, the great provider, offers sustenance to one and all. White buffalo signifies a time of peace. It is time to embrace natural ways and learn from the wisdom contained within the Earth's ecosystem. It is a time of unity, healing, and restoration, knowing that one and all can be well and provided for. You do not need to struggle to survive. The buffalo is an incredible animal with a power that is inherently known, not through exertion. It is a bringer of great truths and converts knowledge into wisdom. This mandala brings the message that you are the great provider in your life and heralds abundance and fruition for those who choose to walk the path of peace. Remember that peace begins with self. So there you go, Scorpio. That was your reading for 2019, an incredible year of choice and really seeing what is possible. I hope you found this reading helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps the channel more than you know. And for those of you that would like a personal reading or for me to do this spread for you based on your personal 2019 month by month, then I am available. You can read in the description bar below how to book in with me. Otherwise, I wish you a very bright rest of January, and I'll see you in the weekly readings. Take care.